Hello Steelers, and welcome to another bench report where I'm going to tell you all about what I painted, played and posted this week. Starting off really with, you may remember that I'd painted another sprue of the Warlord Epic stuff a week or so ago, so I just finished off the rest of that sprue. So that included the 95th rifles in there, and also the officer and his and the artillery piece as well that just comes with those. So what I try to do is I'll try to do the infantry first, and then I'll just do the other bits and pieces, the supporting bits and pieces that go with them afterwards, because they don't take very long at all really. But I also got, you may remember quite a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago in fact actually, I bought some 15mm aide-de-camps and also some commanders as well for Napoleonics, and I got those from Magister Militum. So I've got the ADCs from there, and also a Napoleon and a couple of his commanders. And I also got from Essex some British ADCs and also some officers, which I've, some of them are not painted yet. I also got Wellington as well from Magister Militum. But I put these together, painted these really as a bit of a tester to see how they fit with the other Warlord stuff. And to be honest, they work pretty well, especially from a tabletop distance. I think they're going to be okay. So those of you who are wondering how the two actually fits up, I think they're going to work okay. I probably wouldn't mix infantry together, but certainly, you know, the officers as an individual unit work pretty well with the infantry. The other thing that I painted this week is a bit of terrain. Now this is essentially, it's for the Far East. These are rubber trees, so rubber tree plantations, and these were some cheap Chinese trees that I bought off eBay. I bought about 20 or so of them, and then just based them in rows like you get in rubber tree plantations. Now these would work perfectly well actually for orchards as well, in Europe for example, and I'm probably going to use them for that as well. So they're a little bit of a dual thing, but I wanted to have some, you know, specific tree plantation type trees rather than just ones dotted around everywhere. And these are really nice. I used to have some of these, but I did sell them on ages ago. I kind of regret doing that, but it is what it is. So I just bought these. These were dead cheap, as I say. They came in from China, and I just mounted them on plastic card. I have done a video about these, and I'm currently compiling a video of all my jungle terrain recent builds. So I'm going to put that out at some point in the future, since I know that people are probably interested in how to make jungle terrain pretty quickly and on the cheap. So these are going to be part of that. So in the post, as I mentioned, I got the trees for my rubber plantation, but I'd also got as well, kind of sticking with the jungles, is some Vietnam stuff. Dave Knight over on YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, on Facebook, got in touch with me through Charlie Don't Surf Facebook group, I believe, and offered me some of his Battlefront stuff that he's got sitting about. So we've got here, let's have a look, and these arrived just the other day, so thanks massively for that, Dave, if you're watching. So we got some 81mm mortar platoon, so that's some Vietnamese, I think, some local forces recoilless rifles. Also got a machine gun platoon as well for the US as well there, so extra fellas. And then I've also got local forces infantry company, so for the VC as well, so a big infantry company there, so that's going to be very useful because I've already got quite a lot of figures for these, so I'm trying to build up at least a platoon of these. Sorry, a company of these. And then he also sent over some VC civilians as well, which is very nice, so they're going to be very useful to be dotting around in some of the villages and things. So thanks again, Dave, for that. Looking forward to diving into those. They're going to go with all the other stuff that I got from Battlefront, so I'm very slowly, very quickly building up quite a force for Vietnam, so that is starting to take a head of steam at the moment, and as I say, I'm going to be able to quite easily swap around some of the jungle terrain that I've been working on for the Far East with the Vietnamese stuff as well. So that's a great way of doing things. The other thing that came as well in the post, it was this. It's a 15mm World War II bridge, it's called, ostensibly, but it's basically just an iron bridge, an iron suspension bridge. This is the kind of thing that you do see in the Far East. See them in Europe as well, but this, you know, these things were dotted around in the Far East because they're pretty sturdy. They, you know, they'll stand up to basically bad weather. And I saw this. It's by Christoph Designs. So the 15mm one, made from 3mm and 2mm MDF. I saw this on eBay, so I just thought, well, let's get it. I can tart it up a bit and make it look okay, and it's a slightly different bridge to what I've usually got on the tabletop. So if you're watching, thanks for sending that through, much appreciated. I also got as well, just as a bit of an aside, German Fighters of the Great War by Ronnie Barr Profiles. So this is a profile book. I saw this advertised on one of the Royal Flying Corps Facebook groups that I follow, and this is basically just nice, beautiful paintings of First World War German aircraft. I don't know if there's a British equivalent of this. This is most fighters. I'd like to see another one of two-seaters, and as I say, British ones as well. I'll have a look around for those. But it was sold as a book, but it's basically a magazine pretty much. But it was only 11 quid, so I thought I'll get that, and that came through the post this week as well. I'm quite chuffed at that. Playing wise, well, last week I had the opportunity to go over to Sheffield and play in Dex's Peter Pig AK-47 event. I think there was eight or nine of us there. I've only played AK-47 once before at the club. I enjoyed it. It was good fun, but I thought I'll go down and help out and support Dex as well. So it was an all-day event down at Patriot Games in Sheffield, which is a great game shop anyway. We played a game in the morning, then we swapped over and played a game in the afternoon. In the morning I played against Dex, which was good because I didn't know the rules and he taught me. And I was playing AK-47 Classic. Apparently there is a reloaded, and there's also apparently a third version of it coming at some point as well in the future. But I was playing the original Classic game, and then I played against Chris as well in the second game. I lost against Dex, and then I won against Chris. So it was swings and roundabouts, shall we say. There was also prizes as well for some of the various categories. I can't remember what category, if I came in a category, but I know that Chris did actually win the Storm of Steel mug, which I donated to the event. But a really good day, really enjoyable. The great thing about Patriot Games is they've got a cafe attached to it as well, so you just go and get cups of tea and things as you go throughout your day. And it's always really busy down there. I mean, they've really set themselves up. And we had the back room, so we had quite a few. I think it was about 5 or 6 tables that were laid out, all Dex's stuff, and it all looked fantastic. Really, really good. So Dex, if you're watching, thanks for that. I really enjoyed it. Then I also played a solo game because it was a long weekend for me, because I got a privileged day from work. I had 4 days off. I played a game of Burma 43 using the Far East handbook from Two Fat Lardies. This was a Chindit attack on the Japanese. It's very rare in my games that the Allies are attacking, so it was a nice change. And also it was a chance to get my Peter Pig 14th Army figures onto the tabletop as well, which is something that I don't think I've done before. So it's their first outing, and that was filmed for a video which will be coming out soon over the next few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. And then finally played a game of Malaya, our 5th scenario of the pint-sized campaign of the Malaya 1942 campaign that Dex and I have been playing for the last few weeks now. This was again a holding action for the Australians. I was absolutely battered at this point by the kicking that I'd had in the last couple of games, and I was down to I think 9 other ranks in my platoon. The lieutenant had been killed, so I got 2 sergeants in there. So it was like, basically, well, what's that, with 3 corporals at 12, 13, 14 men in total out of, about 30 or so before. So I was down to about half the amount of men. Really bad, dire straits at this point. But it was an attack over pretty much open ground for Dex, and he was finding it really hard to get forward. He's written a really good write-up of the game itself, so I'll direct you to that. It's over in the Storm of Steel Facebook group. But basically, he just couldn't get forward. Tried to attack my medium machine gun that was emplaced in hard cover and got a real kicking for it. I think at the end of it, I'd lost 3 men from my basic platoon. I'd also taken an extra section in as a support option and the medium machine gun. I lost those, but I only lost 3 men from my actual basic platoon, which was an LNG team. He ended up losing 24 men from his platoon, so I give him a right bloody nose, if nothing else. But yeah, it was a great game, I think. Again, another really good game. I think the next one is now going to be probably the last one. This is the 5th of 6 games, 6 basic games. It may go on to 7 or 8. It depends. If he wins the next one, I think he's won the campaign in pretty good time. I have only won 1 game so far out of this campaign, so I'm really on the back foot, and I don't know how I'm going to do in the next one. It's the stop line of the village up against a small bridge. So we'll see how we do, but I'm not holding my breath on that one at all. All right, that's been it really for this week. Quite a lot done, quite a bit painted. I've managed to get some nice stuff done here and there. I'll leave it to that. As always, I'll just say, just check out the Warlord affiliate link if you're buying anything from Warlord Games. It's down in the description below. It gives me a little bit of kickback on any purchases you make. Also, check out Patreon, of course, and also channel memberships. And I'll see you, if you haven't already as well, just to mention, do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next Storm of Steel video.